Behold! My Lego Dino collection as of 2024. Today I'll be rating them, but prepare for some controversial opinions and some hot takes, cause I'm gonna be 100% honest. Now first, I want to make some things clear. I'm rating them as Lego pieces. I'm not rating them by realism. Rating by realism wouldn't be fair, cause comparing a Lego dino to the real animal is like comparing a minifigure with a real person. Not only that, but they're based on a movie, right? So take this Dilophosaurus. The real Dilophosaurus didn't have frills. But the set it's based on is from the movie, so they had to put frills. So it's not really Lego's fault that it's inaccurate to the real Dilophosaurus. Wait a minute, Dilophosaurus? I've never made a video with him. Well, I have an announcement to make about this dino that might have something to do with the next Dino Wars episode, so stick around for that. But first, back to the criteria. So here you can see the tier list. I'll consider realism a little bit, but mostly I'll be focusing on playability, posability, the Lego colors and the printing design, and generally how epic or how fun and cool it is. Let's start with the first one. Yeah, sorry guys. It's awesome for the time it came out, but compared to today's pterosaurs, there's no movement, no printing. I will give it credit. It's still solid after 20 years, and there are some connections here. Hey, if I were doing this video in 2002, I would have put it higher. Next, the gray baby velociraptor. I made a mock of these guys' den in the sewer, and I like them a lot. Prepare to see them in more mocks since they're really good for just having around in the background. I love that they're a unique mold, and the printing on them is really good for a piece so small. I wish they had a clip in the hand area so it could hold stuff, like a gun. There's no movement, and there's only one stud on the top, but it is pretty cute, so I'll give it a C. Now, I'm gonna introduce a dino so rare, it hasn't been in any Lego set. That's cause it's my own creation. Behold, Stories by the Bricks, original brick-built plesiosaur. I had a tutorial for this a while ago, but it was really fast-paced. So let me know if you guys want another tutorial for this thing. So I gotta make it S tier. Come on guys, I made it. What else am I supposed to say? Maybe it's cheating, but whatever. Next is the other baby velociraptor, and I'm gonna put this one low, because in my opinion, the first baby velociraptor I showed makes this one kind of irrelevant. But if you see my videos, our friend Chomp has been in so many videos, and I love him to death. So Chomp in particular will be S tier. Next is the baby triceratops. This one is also really cute. It's dual molded too. It has no movement because it's a small one, but there's one feature that really elevates it. It's this space in the back where you can connect all types of stuff, including a saddle piece, so people can ride him. That makes this piece so much more fun than the other baby dinos. I'm gonna give this one a B. Now in my opinion, this next dinosaur might have the best printing out of all of them. That's right, it's Pyroraptor. Just look at that feather mold, and look at how many colors. It's dual molded dark red and dark orange, and there's like this dark brown feather printing, red feather printing, and sand blue. This is like art to me, okay? This piece is like art. The only thing is that it has literally no movement in it, except for the mouth. But you can barely even fit a baby in there. So honestly, if it wasn't for that, I would have put it S tier. But because there's no movement, it's not as fun to play with, so I gotta bump it down to A. Next is, the Stygimoloch. So I have two colorways for them. They appeared in my video where I first showed the tanks, and they both look pretty good. The printing is great. What sucks about them is that you can't bend the head down to make them like ram into stuff with their heads. Now, the arms, the body, and the legs have been seen on other LEGO dinosaurs, but the head is wholly unique and the head looks really cool. It has the iconic football helmet and all these little knobs. Plus, it has 4 connections on the back for horns. So given all of that, I'm gonna put them at B. Next is the classic Velociraptor. People who really care about realism aren't gonna like this one because it looks nothing like a real Velociraptor. But again, that's not LEGO's fault, that's the movie's fault. And they look pretty much like the ones in the movies. The movement is great, and it can eat about 1 full baby. Scrumptious. It's been in a lot of sets, and it's pretty iconic, so I'm gonna give it an A. Next is the Triceratops. Now I have every colorway of LEGO Triceratopses barring the old one from the 2000s. And I put them all in a huge battle, as you can see in this video here. And I have to say, this is everything you want in a LEGO Triceratops. Not only does the head move, but all the arms and legs move, which makes for so much posability and playability and stuff.
Help!
And I believe there's even a claw in here so it could eat like a carrot. Also, the colorways are awesome. My favorite is this red and gray one that has scars all over it, but even this green one looks cool. Now the brown ones are a bit basic, but because there's so many colorways of it, if you don't like the brown ones, you know, there's still some other cool ones there. I'ma put these S tier. Now we're getting to the big boys. The largest creature to ever fly was the Quetzalcoatlus. Now this is one of the most frustrating and underwhelming dinosaurs I ever got, and I'll tell you why. Now it's great that the wings move a lot, but that's it. The neck doesn't move, the hind legs don't move, and so it's impossible to put it in a non-flying position. Now because it can't sit or stand up, if you want to display it, you have to attach a stand under it. But look, there's only 2 stud connections on the bottom, and that just makes it wobbly and it doesn't stick well to stands. I mean, you'd think that they could have added more. Also, for a dino this size, the printing is mid. I mean, there's some cool printing around its head, and a little 1-color pattern on the wings, but the rest is pretty plain. I'm gonna have to give this one a D. Up next is one of my faves, Therizinosaurus. Now, in my Therizinosaurus video, you can see that I gave the Therizinosaurus a 10 out of 10. And there are a lot of comments, people disagreed with me, but you know what? I'll stand by that. I'm making it an S. Now there are 2 things that really elevate this dinosaur. 1, the printing. Look, there's this feather pattern all along the back and this cool pattern on the side, and even sand blue on its face. And the second thing is these cool, unique pieces it comes with. Not only is there a unique headpiece with neck movement, but there's also this unique arm piece to give it its signature Therizinosaurus claws. And I think it's cool that it takes a lot of pieces to assemble this thing, because with LEGO, part of the fun is the building, is the assembly. So more complex dinosaur pieces are actually more fun, at least to me anyway. Next is baryonyx. Now I'm not a huge Spinosaur fan, but this is a pretty good piece. In my tar pits video here, I turned the baryonyx into a Spinosaurus by adding the old spine piece, and so now it's like perpetually a Spinosaurus. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing really wrong with this. The printing looks cool. And since the mouth is long, it can eat 2 babies. Bro can make like a Subway sandwich out of them. I'll give this one an A. Now we got the meat-eating bull himself, Giganotosaurus. He appeared in what's probably my most graphic video. The best part is the unique head mold. Look at those horns. The only thing is that when you close his mouth, he has a bit of an overbite. Like, bro needs Invisalign. The printing looks great. I believe the one I have is Toro from Camp Cretaceous. However, I haven't seen that show, so let me know in the comments if you guys have seen it and if it's any good, because I've been meaning to check it out. For the baby test, it can eat about 2. I'll give this one an A. Next. I mean, come on guys, he's the king. No glaze, but he's the king, you know?
You are my sunshine.
And there's nothing much more to say about that. His arms do have a clip. Aw yeah, a dinosaur with a gun. And he can eat the most babies yet, totaling at about 3. Now, I had a commenter suggest that our friend Chomp is a baby T-Rex. So what do you guys think? Should I make him grow up to be a T-Rex in an upcoming video? Let me know in the comments, guys. Now, the dinosaur that showed up in my most recent video is the Giga. Now, this one surprised me. Its body is a wholly unique mold, which is awesome. Same with its head. The only thing is that his teeth look really bad for some reason. Like, this guy really needs Invisalign. And another thing that surprised me, its jaw has 2 hinge points, so you can actually put it in 3 positions. See, most Lego dinos nowadays can only do 2, open and closed. But with this one, there's closed, halfway open, and fully open. And thanks to this guy can eat 1, 2, 3, 4 babies. Bro is ravenous. This one is super fun. I was able to make an epic video with it. I'm giving it an S. Whoa! Now last, but definitely not least, at least by size, the biggest of them all, Brachiosaurus. But like Quetzalcoatlus, this one was disappointing and underwhelming. Like, where do I begin? First, there are no moving legs. It's certainly big enough to have moving legs. I mean, they could do it for Triceratops. There are only 6 studs at the top for connections, when T-Rex, Carno, and Quetzalcoatlus have 8. And they're smaller dinos. And lastly, the printing. Really? It's only light gray and sand blue in a basic pattern? That's it, just 2 colors. Even Chomp has 3 colors. The only good things it has going for it is that there are 2 neck joints, which is pretty good, I guess. And it's the only sauropod dinosaur we have. So I hate to end it on a sour note, but this last dino is getting a D. What about Dilophosaurus? Well, I'm not rating him, cause I haven't made a vid with him yet. But I'm happy to announce the next Dino Wars video will be Dilophosaurus. He'll be kicking off the next story arc of Dino Wars called The Battle of 5 Species. For now, every Dino Wars episode is collected in this playlist here just for you guys, including all the ones mentioned in this video. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, it really helps me out. Thank you guys so much for watching.